Hello viewers, welcome to the Bugout Bunker Kitchen, and today I'm going to be answering the questions that you ask in the comments about the Bugout Bunker Kitchen. I have them in my pocket, and first off is, we need a tour of the Bugout Bunker Kitchen. Right. Hello viewers, allow me to take you on a tour of the Bugout Bunker Kitchen. Right, let's have a look at some of your comments. I sort of know them, to be honest, because I do read the comments. I occasionally even reply to one. And here's one that comes up a lot. DJ Drives says, that refrigerator door drives me insane. Most fridge doors can be reversed. And James Faulkner says, they have not changed the way the fridge door opens to the proper side the way it sits. How much can they actually know about the kitchen? Now, what you are doing here is missing the joke, because the whole point of the Bugout Bunker Kitchen Bugout Bunker Kitchen refrigerator is that you never see inside it. The point is, to be honest, when the fridge was delivered, it was hinged the other way, and I had to put it on its back and change the hinge around. I do know how to do that. It opens this way because that way you see a picture of me, or Alan Davies, as somebody has said, and you never see what's in the fridge. And of course, everything in the world is in the fridge. If we need some hot dog sausages, if we need some cheese, if we need some Lurpak spreadable butter invented in 1901, it's always in there, and the other ingredients are always in that drawer. You never see that either. That's the joke. You see, it's an infinite fridge, and that's why the door opens that way. If it opened that way, you'd see inside the fridge and you'd know that we were cheating, and that would spoil it. So don't be that person who says, oh, well, you've got the fridge door opening the wrong way, you can change the hinges. We know. And while we're at it, don't be one of those people who says, oh, James needs to practice his knife sharpening skills. I know how to sharpen knives, really. I sharpen knives for other people. I sharpen everything. I sharpen Sarah, my other half's garden tools, her secateurs, her shears, her lawnmower blades. I sharpen my own woodworking tools. I grind my own metalworking lathe tools. I sharpen things for other people who live around me. I know how to sharpen things. You don't need to come on and go, eh. Now, Tastier back in the 80s says, the greatest thing about these videos is that my favourite quote from B.O.B., that's Battle of Britain, the film, 1968, gets a healthy amount of exposure whenever the bunker hosts these reviews. He's referring, of course, to this expression, flood the cowling, which occurs early on in the film when the RAF are abandoning their bases in France, and the Hurricanes have to take off, and the lame Hurricanes that can't be saved have to be burned to stop them falling into enemy hands. And Flight says, flood the cowling, plenty of it.
Flood the cowling, plenty of it.
As they pour petrol in them prior to setting them alight. They don't need to set them alight because a low-flying squadron of BF-109s, which are actually Hispano-Bouchons, fly over the airfield shooting it up and everything explodes. There you go, that's where that comes from, flood the cowling. Plenty of it. And other expressions that we have, Lurpak 1901, it's something we refer to. Like, comment, subscribe, which I never say because I think it's needy, but it's there on the fridge in case you need reminding. Spreadable butter, cheese, rectangularly, you know, that's the way we like to cut the sandwiches and so on. That is the fridge. And somebody has also said, wait for it. Hi viewers, I just wanted to take a moment to talk to you about today's sponsor, which is James Gin. I highly recommend James Gin because I make it, and if you buy it, I will become immensely rich. Anyway, back to the video. Some people wrap their cars, says, drink yogurt. Some people wrap their cars, James wraps his fridge with himself. Not a vain man, but also a vain man. Actually, it wasn't vanity because the fridge was a gift from Lucy Brown, who is on this camera, and she arranged for it to be wrapped and then presented it to me as a gift. And I love it. The fridge. Just to remind you, the door opens this way because that way you don't see in it and you do get to see me. Look what's in here. I can say anything I want. Good God, there's a combine harvester. Why is everything... This is Ron Hudson 3730. Why is everything in the UK so tiny? Tiny milk jug, tiny peanut butter, tiny roads, tiny fridge. That's not a tiny fridge. That's a big fridge by our standards. A lot of fridges are this big or even only the height of a counter. So they go in a standard 600mm space. Fit in there, for example. That's not a tiny fridge. That must be an American saying that. Alex Nitro 122. I think I met him down the pub once, says, shout out to the Bugout Bunker kitchen worktop. That's actually an SGS Toolbox, same one I have in work. It is actually, you're quite right, it is a tool chest with a worktop on it. Again, I bought this with Lucy Brown. Where did we get it from, Lucy? I can't remember. Was it IKEA?
Homebase.
Homebase. Because we thought it was ideal for this. It has a worktop and it has lots of drawers where secret things can dwell. Now, something that's worth saying about the kitchen worktop cum tool station thing is that when it arrived, it was covered in plastic, of course, as these things usually are. And I love peeling the plastic off things. I was very disappointed when I peeled it off this end and revealed that there was a buckled bit. And then I was even more disappointed when I came round to the front and Lucy said, no, stop. Because, of course, it's shiny stainless steel and we couldn't expose this bit because it would cause all sorts of strange reflections and problems with the lights bouncing off it into the cameras and so on. So this bit has never been unpeeled. I know unpeel isn't a word, but it just seems right. I'm wondering, actually, if it's been on here such a long time now, it may not... Ooh, Lucy, can I pull it off?
A little tiny bit.
I just pull off a little... Even that little tiny bit was so satisfying. Imagine if I released all that and pulled it that way and it would go... That would be so nice, but I'm not allowed to do that. Here's the Bugout Bunker bin. I know a lot of you have complained about this as well, and I think I've addressed this before. It's a symbolic bin. It's a stunt bin for us to throw things in. It is sorted into compost and recycling later on. Okay, but for the purposes of these presentations, that is an infinite bin. Everything we've ever produced that has to go in the bin, everything from some potato peelings to the Aztec death whistle, goes in that bin. Everything has gone in that bin. What is on the top shelf at the back, says TW Twee QAU. Well, honey, oil, tomato ketchup, Branston, sort of kitchen stuff. What were they meaning specifically? Maybe there was something on the top shelf previously that has since gone. James, why is there a bottle of American mustard on the shelf? Will it be available again soon? Who keeps ketchup and mustard on the shelf? Strange, says Juniperb. Why is it strange to keep ketchup and mustard on the shelf?
I think some people keep it in the fridge.
Ketchup? Why would you want to put it in the fridge? That would just make it cold. Then your chips would go cold. Do you keep ketchup in the fridge?
I don't.
Eve, do you keep ketchup in the fridge? No. Sensible people, where's the camera? There. Sensible grown-up people do not keep ketchup in the fridge. Ketchup, I mean, I think it does have a use-by date on it, which Lucy will observe. This is the 1st of the 3rd, 2027, and this has already been in here for a while. It's basically a load of vinegar and sugar. It's not going to go off. It was never on. It's ketchup. Jack the Lad, 9933, bet he isn't. Have the authorities been alerted to that Branston and HP being out of the fridge? This is super gross, just so wrong. Branston and HP... There's the Branston. Why would you put that in the fridge? The HP's out. Oh no, the HP is there. Why? Again, would you put those in the fridge?
No.
Eve? No? No? Jack the Lad, 9,933. You're just wrong. The Swill Man. Notice he puts the brown ketchup back on the shelf instead of throwing it out. What? Brown ketchup? You mean HP sauce, or brown sauce as it's colloquially known. It's not brown ketchup. What does he mean, put the brown ketchup? Or does he mean the ketchup that went off? Did I put that back on the shelf?
You did, but I threw it away last week.
You threw it away?
It was
Without my permission?
It was 5 years out of date.
Dale Tracy. I feel the shelf of British foods in the background is missing a tin of Spam. Firstly, Spam is American food. And also, what da fug do you think that is? Romano9 says, Lego James May still being around makes me happy. There he is. Lego James May with cheese written on his pink and purple striped rugby shirt of doom. Where did this come from, Lucy? Did you use this?
I went to the Lego place in Copenhagen where you can get them made.
You went all the way to Copenhagen for that?
Yeah.
Well, there he is. And somebody else has said, it's time to permanently attach little James to the worktop. Big James, you could create a convoluted and over-engineered solution and get a video out of it. No, the point is that he moves around slightly mysteriously and one day might be over here. So it's a bit like Where's Willy, you know? It's little James, but he's there at the moment. Romano9 says, Lego James May found a chicken. That's nice. What does that mean?
In one of the videos, we gave him a little chicken from the accessory pack we keep in the drawer.
Did we? I never noticed. Renato Hassi 7548. There can't be 7,548 people in the world called that. But anyway, why is there a Lego on the corner of the counter? What else can I tell you about the Bugout Bunker kitchen? It is extensively well equipped. Here is the Dualit mini oven, which can be a grill and a defroster, and you can bake things in it, and you can even roast small things in it, like a very small chicken and so on. Brilliant, costs virtually nothing. Absolute lifesaver. Here's our induction hob, and we've got a selection of our gadgets over here. The miniature Hoover. Is the battery still in this, Lucy? Oh, yes. The hot dog making machine, the helicopter one topped pot shot, pot helicopter topped one cooking pot for students who don't get out of bed, and the electric tin opener incorporating bottle opener and knife sharpener. There's a series of drawers around this side. You're never allowed to see this. This one includes things like a spare chopping board and some tea towels, and then we have the cutlery drawer, and then there's the empty drawer, and then there's the other empty drawer, and then there's the big drawer at the bottom which has some frying pans and plates and things in it, and a what do you call the slicey thing? No, don't tell me because I want to remember. Don't tell me. It's called a not a marionette. It's called a Mandolin, that's it. This drawer has some instructions in it for things that don't exist anymore. That's got some fittings for if we ever want to move the kitchen around. That's got the top of a Pyrex dish and nothing else. That one has a cup in it, and this bottom drawer is the magic drawer where ingredients appear. And I've just discovered, and this is very exciting, it's full of beef hula hoops. Hashtag not sponsored. You're going to want me to check the date, aren't you?
Yep.
Best before the 19th of the 7th.
2024.
5. So they'll be okay, won't they? There's a cupboard over here. The right-hand door doesn't open because this is in the way, but we don't need it anyway. That side is full of spare tea towels, spongy wipes, a spare chopping board, and various disinfecting and cleaning solutions. Over there is a top drawer which has in things like Lucy's dinosaur sandwich cutter, some other gadgets. That's the drug weighing spoon with scales incorporated. What was that? Oh, that's the bag sealer. That is the multi-tool camping knife, fork, cheese grater, spoon, bottle opener, etc. thing. That is the auto whisk and the multi-bladed peeler thing. Got all these. Oh, and there's the what were these called? Knife scissors.
Something like that.
Which have got a bit of cack on them, actually, Lucy. Knife scissors, and then I mean, that was for making holes in hot dog buns, wasn't it? And there is a very handy USB to USB-C cable. It's a bit short, but actually I've been looking for one of those, so that's going in my pocket. In there's some salt and vinegar crisps. Best before the 1st of November.
2025.
Yes, correct. So they're still absolutely fine. Some more cleaning equipment and, kitchen foil. I don't even know why I'm telling you all this. It's so boring. Bottom drawer has in it some string, some sticky tape, some double-sided Velcro, and a polythene bag full of spare cups. I'm now going to talk about the mattress that so many of you have mentioned. Why is there a dirty mattress in the back of the Bugout Bunker kitchen? It's only dirty actually because it fell over on the floor. It's never been used as a mattress for sleeping on. It is there in order to deaden the sound. If you look at some of the very earliest videos made in this bunker kitchen, the mattress wasn't there. Lucy or Eve in the edit now will insert a bit of that so you can hear how echoey it is without the mattress there. We need some of those leaves. We'll get rid of those outer ones. They're a little bit miserable. That's all it is. It doesn't have a sinister past. There's no reason to be offended by it. It is simply a mattress from a mattress shop down the road in the Bugout Bunker kitchen, leaning against the wall, which is where it's always been. It has not been defiled by sexual intercourse or anything like that. Is there anything else I can tell you about the Bugout Bunker kitchen? There is another fridge over there which isn't used. It's the fridge that was here when I took over the place. There is a heater, because it can become very cold. This is underground. Oh, there's a GoPro mount on the ceiling from many years ago, which I think I put up, didn't I? Because it was during COVID, I had to film something in here all by myself. So I put a GoPro up there, and then I had another camera on a stick, and then I stood here and felt very lonely, making a sandwich. I used to be on proper telly, you know. Is there anything else you would like to know? Who put the Aztec death whistle back?
I saved it from the bin.
No. I regularly put the Aztec death whistle in the bin, and then when I'm not looking, Lucy Brown takes it out again and hides it somewhere. Biaki 3021. Idea. Put the Aztec death whistle on the kettle while you're boiling it. Give the neighbours a start during afternoon tea. It's quite an imaginative idea, but we don't have any neighbours. This is a Bugout Bunker kitchen. It's underground, and the only people outside of it are zombies. And now, a rare moment of voiceover. Before we wrap up this tour, there's one part of the bunker seen by only a select few. Lucy Brown, Eve and Gus. Never before seen on the internet. Very exclusive. Top secret, in fact. Anyway, here it is. And here finally we arrive at the sink area, which is very remote from the rest of the kitchen. This is where Eve usually comes to do the washing up. You have to bring a kettle of hot water all the way from the kitchen with you because this only has a cold tap and it isn't really properly plumbed in. It drains through the Nissan Micro hubcap into the storm drain, which is conveniently inside the Bugout bunker. That might be illegal, in which case I might go to prison. There's not really much else to say about it. It's got washing up liquid and tea towels and brake cleaner, which you don't really need in washing up, but it is quite useful for cleaning bits of motorcycles, some keys, some locks for the bunker. That's about it. Shall we go back to the kitchen? Yes. See you in half an hour. Well, that concludes the tour of the Bugout Bunker Kitchen. I hope you found it interesting. If you have any more questions, please do add them to the comments below. I'm off now. I leave Eve and Lucy in here until I next need them, and they just live off all the out-of-date food. See ya.